Welcome back to the Hutchinson Sports Arena, the home of the NJCAA Men's Division I Basketball Tournament since 1949. This is day 3, session 2. Six of the eight Elite Eight teams we know. 2 we do not.
It's true.
And over the next
That's the math.
4 to 5 hours, we're going to figure out who those 2 teams are. So let's recap what's happened today so far. In Game 13, Odessa defeated Vincennes 58-56. Boat Ray with a big dunk with 20 seconds left to give Odessa the victory. A great defensive matchup. Very fun to watch Willie Lightfoot work. And just a few minutes ago, Indian Hills defeated Wallace State 63-58, which brings us to our nightcap. Salt Lake versus Connors State. Salt Lake has been in the top 5 basically all season long. Connors State comes in here as the number 19 seed, honorable mention in the final poll, but a team that you and I have both kind of watched and followed all season long. We noticed the talent. We just talked to Coach Kyle Taylor. He knows that Connors State is very talented, gifted athletically. How do you see this game going? What are the things that you're thinking about as an analyst of all things junior college basketball?
Well, there's definitely some size matchup issues for Connors State. Xavier Edmonds is a big, strong, physical, get-it-done freshman. He's a real problem. Salt Lake also has those 2 shooters, 2 of the best shooters in the entire country. But then things get a little interesting once you get past that. They don't shoot the ball as well as a team as they have in the past. Maybe at the higher level, that top end, those 2 guys, yes, absolutely, complete drillers. But Connors State does have, some gaps here that they can kind of squeeze into. They've got athletes too. They've got great guard play, and they've got Braden Hubbard. And when you've got a guy like Braden Hubbard, you do have the ability to stay in a game with just about anybody.
Yeah, absolutely. And Coach Kyle Taylor for Salt Lake, one of the best coaches in all of junior college basketball, and he has accomplished everything that you can possibly accomplish at this level of basketball, except win the elusive national title. This Bruins team, I think, has all of the components to do just that. Xavier Edmonds certainly could be that X factor. A little play on words there.
Hey-o.
Xavier Edmonds could be the X factor inside. I don't know that Connors State is going to have an answer for him. Connors got here with an 86-77 win over Moberly. In that game, they shot 56% from the field. They hit 8 out of 18 threes. A very impressive performance from the Cowboys. I like to call them the Iron Five, right? They're not going to go with many people off the bench. In fact, the bench only played 11 out of 200 possible minutes in that game. And to me, Kamani Cooper, really impressive as a freshman, number 5 for the Cowboys, 29 points. We talked about Braden Hubbard already, had 22. One of our favorite freshmen, Buddy Hammer Jr., 16 points. Danye May, one of their guards, had 12. While they may not have a lot of depth, the starting 5 is really good. What can Salt Lake do to kind of attack Connors State, to maybe take advantage of their depth and Connors State lack thereof?
What they're going to have to do is the opposite of what Indian Hills did in the last game. They're going to have to come out with a lot more intensity than Hills did. Hills kind of was sleepwalking through that first half. Didn't really get it turned on until midway through the second half. And then finally Wallace just kind of weared down. And if Salt Lake wants to not wind up in that same situation and have to have a bit of a heroic come from behind effort, they've just got to come out on fire. They have the personality to do it, right? And so did Hills, but some of that does like an actual personality to a team. Do you have this like intensity to just come out and say, attack, right? This double bye is hard. We keep talking about it like it's some sort of cliche. It's a cliche for a reason. It's really hard. And so Connors State definitely with the advantage, if you want to call it that, but the advantage of getting loosened up, getting the Iron Five going, letting them know like, hey, we absolutely belong here. Giving a team like that confidence is tough. So you have to come out and punch them in the mouth right away.
And to your point, Brandon, as we're getting ready to play this game, we're down to 10 teams remaining in the NJCAA tournament, yet 2 of them have yet to take the court, Salt Lake and Chipola. And on these Tuesdays are where upsets generally happen in the NJCAA tournament. So much of it is just surviving that first half. And the atmosphere is going to get a little bit better here. If they can get through the first half, we have Hutch Chipola. Afterwards, we're going to have a lot of those Hutchinson fans rolling in here, especially during the second half of this game. probably a little bit better atmosphere as the game goes along. A great day of basketball so far. During the first 12 games of the tournament, the average margin of victory was 13.3 points per game. Vincennes Odessa, a 2-point game. Indian Hills Wallace State, a 5-point game. We're in the midst of really good teams going to battle. There are no Cinderellas. The 10 teams that are left are 10 of the most legit programs in junior college basketball. Absolutely.
I mean, this tournament is really, really starting to shape up into one where we have no idea. There's not going to be somebody that's just steamrolling.
There's no surprises, right? If any of these 10 teams that are remaining win the national tournament, no one is shocked,
Absolutely.
right? All capable teams. Hey, if you haven't done so already, make sure that you've subscribed to ESPN Plus. If you're a Salt Lake fan or a Chipola fan who hasn't seen your team play yet, it's not too late. Subscribe to ESPN Plus. Make sure you take advantage of the awesome streaming platform that they're doing over there with Kevin Brown, former Kentucky Wesleyan coach. It's a great product. Stay with us. We're going to have a game recap with the winning coach afterwards, and we have a lot of great junior college basketball action ahead. While it's cold outside, it's going to be a hot night for junior college basketball inside the historic Hutchinson Sports Arena.